Katey Duggar is now a mother of 4, having welcomed twin daughters into the world. She seems to be seeking advice on how to best bring up her children. But is she really seeking this guidance from the wrong place? Katey recently shared an Instagram day-in-the-life video in which she read a controversial book on discipline and parenting. Consequently, her critics are more worried about her children's safety because of this. Starting from the moment she opens her eyes and begins to pump breast milk, Katey took her followers on a tour of her typical day as a mother of 4 children under the age of 3. She fed her 2 oldest children, Trude and Nora, who are 1 and 2 years old, and she also played dress-up with them. She documented her adventure on Instagram. Later in the morning, as the twins slept, Katey retrieved the book she had been reading to occupy herself during her downtime, since she needed to pump again. The title of Sarah Wallace's book, which appears on the cover, is For the Love of Discipline: When the Gospel Meets Tantrums and Timeouts. In the book For the Love of Discipline, the author provides practical tools, specific skills, a solid gospel foundation, and specific day-by-day things you can say and do to make disciplining your children intentional and consistent. You may find this information in the book's description on Amazon. However, the book's critique suggests that it accomplishes this aim by suggesting measures like spanking, outright banning the word no in any situation, and even restraining kids to their beds. The author talks on the common practice of isolating 2-year-olds from their peers by putting them in their cribs and creating a separate area. An observer of the reviews pointed out that a kid whose adjustment to the new baby is rocky gets punished for acting out when another child destroys what the youngster is trying to complete. Spanking is mentioned many times in the book. You won't find this book in there if you value your child as an individual with feelings and thoughts of their own. Some book reviewers expressed their disapproval of the Duggar family by saying that Katey shouldn't be so concerned with reprimanding her children at such a young age. Taking her kids to the playground would be a better use of Katey's time than reading this disgusting book. A commenter made the observation that she is unable to do so as she is busy training Nora to replace Johannah. It is not surprising that Katey would be interested in this kind of book, considering the Duggars' penchant for dubious parenting techniques like blanket training. However, this in no way alleviates the gravity of the problem. Katey Duggar, wife of Jedidiah Duggar, recently shared a video on Instagram that showed her going about her day as a mother of 4 little ones. The video, which went live on February 11, 2025, focused on several aspects of her day. Time spent alone, cooking, and tending to children were all part of these components. Noticeably absent from her duties as a breast milk pumper was the time when Katey was seen reading a book by Sarah Wallace, entitled For the Love of Discipline: When the Gospel Meets Tantrums and Timeouts. By the way, I truly adore this book, she said. For the Love of Discipline seeks to provide parents with the gospel-centered mindset and practical skills they need to discipline their children well. Discipline strategies based on Christian principles, which are intentional and persistent, are emphasized heavily by the author. Conversely, it has generated much discussion and interest due to the insights it provides on child raising and discipline. For a long time, the world has spoken about the Duggar family's approach to discipline and parenting. Some have drawn connections between the two, arguing that they are associated with parenting styles that promote harsh punishment. Some have argued that these strategies are potentially harmful and excessively authoritarian. The disciplinary policies advocated by several parenting publications have caused them to be contentious within the broader field of parenting literature. Michael and Debbie Pearl's To Train Up a Child is one example of a book that has sparked debates about its ethical implications due to the severe criticism it has received for its promotion of physical punishment and strict obedience. In order to set a good example, parents should carefully consider the pros and cons of the resources they use, making sure to account for everything. A more well-rounded, empathetic, and effective parenting style may be possible via listening to many perspectives and seeking advice from experts in the area of child development. Katey Duggar's reading preferences highlight ongoing discussions in parenting communities about the best methods of discipline and training for youngsters. Regardless of parenting style, prioritizing the well-being and development of the kid should always take precedence. One aspect of this is making sure that discipline is done in a loving and effective manner.